Okay, well, welcome everyone. This is Donna McDonald, and if I haven't met you yet, I'm super excited to have you here on our monthly Zoom call. It is an honor to be spending this next 40 minutes together. We have two amazing speakers. Our facilitators tonight are Director Linda Cheraboga and also Director Katie Mass. So I'm going to get us started by, first of all, saying, hey, welcome to our new April team members. First of all, to Heather, Eric, and I believe Eric is actually doing his business alongside his wife, so I decided I'd put a picture of his wife on there also. Sadie, Donna, Kathleen, Patricia, Kelly, and Jenny. We are so excited that you have made the decision to start your Pampered Chef team with, and I'm a little bit biased, but what I would say would be the best team within Pampered Chef. So this training is put together by your director team, and so we are super proud to represent you as your leadership team. So first of all, I want to say we had an amazing April. These are our organizational sales, $392,461 as an organization. And we added 27 organizational recruits. So we love having new members on board. You know, it was great hearing from Monica. She just started her business a month in, and she's already seeing wonderful success. So, so congratulations and welcome. And if you just joined us in May, be patient. You know, that will be on next month's slide. We do it 1 month at a time. So at this time, I'd like to turn over the training to Linda Cheraboga to get us started.
Hey everyone, welcome to our team meeting this evening. I want to talk to you, as you can see on the slide, use May parties to book June and build your team. In April, all the level 1 sales promotion achievers earned all of these products, so you'll be getting them in the mail, and they're super exciting to see and to have these Disney products. So they're also, if you did not earn them, they're available as a product sample order, so you can go ahead and get those. Now, these products are not available until June 1st, so it's very, very important to not start promoting them quite yet, because it's still early May and you want to make sure you get all the bookings that you want in May, and wait for this until your May looks like you want it to be. You don't want to kill your May just because of it. It would be killing your business. So hold off on using these to book June parties until the end of the month.
Okay, thanks, Linda. All right, next.
Okay, we've got National Conference, which is super exciting, coming up. If you've never been to National Conference, you definitely are gonna want to go. And those of you that have been know why this is super exciting. It's going to be July 25th through 27th in Rosemont, Illinois. And just a lot of exciting things. You're gonna hear tips and training from top consultants, get hands-on experience with the fall products. If you've never been, that is one of the best parts that everybody is anticipating. They not only announce all of the new products that we can start selling on September 1st, but they have a special section that we can go in and touch them and feel them, and we all like to do that. They also do a lot of great giveaways, and every consultant gets something, and just the products they give us for free is amazing and awesome to go home with, and it definitely pays for conference. There's also recognition for you and your teammates, anyone that's promoted like to director and above, so that's super exciting. And another great thing to keep in mind, if you are a new consultant, your conference registration fee is only $99, so that is a huge savings.
Absolutely. And as the McDonald organization, we encourage you to come in early on Wednesday because we do an event that will be downtown. So if you're not familiar with Chicago, Rosemont, Illinois is a suburb of Chicago. So we want you to really experience Chicago if you're going to be there. Okay, I am a little bit biased. I'm from Chicago. So we want you to really experience Chicago. So we are going to do an activity on Wednesday. It will be a firework cruise on the river, and you'll see Wednesday nights they do a wonderful firework exhibit at Navy Pier. So if you have just joined and you're thinking, well, I don't have anyone to room with, or talk to your director. We're happy to get you, with a friend so that you're not, traveling alone, because we don't, as Linda said, this is a not to be missed event. Okay, Linda?
Okay, Help with Cancer. It's always the month of May, and this is our Help with Cancer month. In honor of our 20th year anniversary, we're partnering with American Cancer Society. This May, we're focusing on our support on the American Cancer Society Hope Lodge program. So this is new. Hope Lodges are where hope finds a home. So places where cancer patients with any form of cancer can stay for free, and because they need to stay close to the hospital. It also provides them a more relaxed setting that they can be with their family. They do provide meal support program and a sense of home. And we believe that this year we can enrich the lives of families impacted by cancer by keeping them together for meals and memories in the least expected moments. All right, Help with Cancer products for this month. We have 6 of them. We have the food chopper and the snack bar maker alone or the set, the measure-all, the 2-cup measure-all, the pink whipped cream maker, and the pink and white Twix-It clips. Now $1 from each of these will go to Hope Lodges.
One of them.
Okay, hold on. I'm trying to find where our barking dog is. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and share a video with you on the 3 ways that you can support the cause. So on a second, and let me get our video screen. We're going to hope that this works. And can everyone see our new screen? Linda, can you help me?
Many of you know we've had a partnership with the American Cancer Society since the year 2000. To date, we have raised $13 million and counting. In honor of our 20th anniversary, we have decided to focus our support on the Hope Lodge program.
The Hope Lodge is a facility that allows cancer patients and their caregiver to stay while the patient is undergoing treatment.
Imagine if you need 6 weeks of proton radiation and the closest center is 4 hours away. It's just not possible to go back and forth every day. And the cost of a hotel is prohibitive for most people. And that's where Hope Lodge comes in. Not only are they providing a bed for patients, but they're also providing a lodge full of support while people are going through their own cancer treatments. I encourage you this May to cast a wide net with your Help with Cancer fundraising. Host your own fundraiser. Encourage your customers to hold a fundraiser. You'll find that many times people that don't want to host a Pampered Chef party for themselves will host a fundraiser for a cause. And pretty much everyone has been touched by cancer. Pampered Chef and Hope Lodge will be helping to bring friends and family together around the Hope Lodge dining room tables to support each other, one meal and one memory at a time while they're going through treatment.
Okay, so that was pretty exciting that we had our own Stacy Janoski as one of the speakers. So we really hope and encourage each of you to host your own Help with Cancer fundraiser. Because if you think about it, if each and every one of us does, whether it's a virtual party or an in-home party, or even if you just collect orders, we can really make an impact on that. And, you know, in the past, we've always had, you know, breast cancer awareness, and I am so proud that we have really expanded that and gone, you know, a new direction. So it's kind of definitely put a new perspective on it. So hold on, let me go back and share again. Okay. And now I will have you, Linda, go ahead and go over this.
Okay, so the next thing, 3 reasons to party in May. The host special is awesome. Host can choose anything at all in the entire catalog, whether it's a product or it's set at 60% off. So they're not limited, so they get to choose. So what better reason to host in May? Also, we've got our Help with Cancer fundraisers. You can support our great cause by raising awareness and funds to be able to do that. So I challenge you to even host your own Help with Cancer fundraiser this month, whether it's virtually or a live party. Also, updated party themes. Check out the updated fajitas and margaritas. It has new recipes and products, and it's a party worth offering for. There are some examples of things to say at the bottom. It says, say this: I wanted to reach out to you today because my May Pamper Chef host can pick anything they want from our catalog at 60% off. I thought of you right away. Doesn't hosting a fun get-together in May sound rewarding? What do you think? Of course, take these words and make them your own. Don't you know, you can use this verbatim, or you can make it your own. So think of hosts and people that you think would be interested. And actually, don't prejudge them. Just go ahead and call everybody and be excited. The more excited you are, the more excited they are going to be for wanting to host with you.
Great. All right, so we give you lots of ideas on calls like this, but we know that you do a lot of networking with other people. You may be on different Facebook groups that you hear ideas on booking parties. So we're going to give you the opportunity to, we're going to put you into breakout groups. It kind of depends when I get to that screen, I'll be able to see. But you may have 4 or 5 people in your group. And what I want you to do is, for the next 3 to 4 minutes, is share ideas to book parties. So whether it be around the May host special, whether it be around theme parties, what have you done this month to book parties? Okay, so if you give me a second, I'm going to put us into groups. Give me a second here. So we need to hold on. Where'd it go? Okay, talk amongst yourselves. Oh, there we go. All right.
In the group for?
You're going to be in the groups for about 4 minutes, 3 to 4 minutes.
Okay.
I'll kind of be going. I can snoop on your groups. You don't know that, but I can snoop on your groups, so I'll know. So here's one of the things. We need one person with the highest consultant number in the group to be the scribe. Okay, so that means the newest person in the group will be the note taker. And you'll plan to come back and share ideas that your group came up with. So let's put them in, you're going to be in groups of 4 to 5, And so now remember, if you're on your phone, it takes you a little bit of time when I end it to come back in. So don't be discouraged. So, so when I create the groups, it will ask you to enter the room. So you do have to take action and enter the room to do that. So, and I'll kind of be watching who's not in a group. So remember, booking ideas, using themes, using what the Pampered Chef have put forward for us. All right, so there you go. Nancy, are you not going to hit join?
I'm trying to, Donna. Hold on.
Okay.
I hit it and then nothing happened. Let me try again.
Flora, I got to move Flora. Flora, you've got to hit join. Because if you don't hit join, you're going to be in limbo.
I'm looking. I can't see a join. I'm looking.
Okay. Janae, the same for you.
What?
Did you just come in?
I just came in. I'm sorry.
Okay, let me move you.
Yeah, I just came in too. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Okay. Let me see. Assign to. Hold on. I'm switching you.
Sorry about that.
I just moved you guys. You should be in a group. You got to. There must be something on. You've got to sit where the. You still haven't joined, Flora.
Hey Donna, I had to go out and come back in.
Oh hey, it's our star. Hold on, I'll move you.
Where was that video? I want to see it.
Okay, I'll send it to you. So
Okay.
you can send it to all your fans.
Oh yeah.
I'm moving you.
Okay.
Okay, good. Everyone's where they're supposed to be, except Anthony. And I don't know. Anthony, can you hear us? And we have somebody on an iPhone 717.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, Anthony, did you not want to join a breakout group because you're not in?
I don't see where it says to join.
Okay, let me move you again and see what happens if it works.
Okay.
Because you're on your phone, that's what's tough.
No, I'm on my computer.
Oh, okay. All right, I just put you in again. Do you see where it says? I don't know why he's not seeing it. Do you know, Linda?
No. Because on my bottom of my screen, it says join breakout room.
Anthony, look on the bottom of your screen.
Yeah, I see mute, start video, invite participants, share screen, chat, and leave meeting.
Huh. We're both like,
I don't know what to say. Okay, I'm sorry. But we're excited you're here.
Oh, well, thank you.
All right.
This is odd, but figures that have the problem.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to try to put you in another room and just see if it works.
Okay.
Let's see. See, and now you're not even showing up 919. You're not even showing up anywhere. What's your phone number, Anthony?
It's 732-589-2548.
You know, and now I don't see you at all. Okay.
Odd.
I'm sorry. All right, so let's give them another. I didn't keep track of how long we were going.
Sorry.
Okay.
That's so odd.
I went in the room and nobody knew what we were doing, and everybody dropped out of the room. So
What?
there was 4 of us in there, and they all dropped and left me in there alone.
Huh. Well, I'm going to move you, Flora. Okay, now hit join again, Flora.
Haven't had anything pop up to ask me to join yet.
Maybe it takes a bit. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to give them one more minute.
I asked, I'm like, what were we supposed to be doing? Everybody's like, I don't know.
I kind of felt like I was pretty self-explanatory. All right. Okay. So they're going to close in a minute. So Linda, you'll be all set?
Yep.
I'm going to stop share when they come back so we can see who's our scribes.
Okay.
Odd.
16, 14, 13. All right.
Okay.
You're back. Cece.
You just broke us up. Cut us off, huh? Just cut the conversation off.
So some of you are having some fun. Okay, so person first, you won't know what room you're in.
Yeah, they told us what room we were in.
Okay, so who was breakout room 1?
Christy.
Christy. Okay, Christy, could you share the booking ideas that your group came up with?
Sure. So we talked about focusing on fundraisers, like the Help With Cancer fundraisers, and then we got very in detail about the Hope Lodge program and kind of a little bit off topic. And
That what happens with Pampered Chef? I don't know.
We did not get off topic. We talked the entire time correctly.
About fundraisers and how to like post about it. Like Jenny said that instead of just posting that you're doing Help With Cancer, looking for people to do them, then she said that she would start hers out, her post by saying, you know, who has been affected by cancer, and then whenever, and put it in the post, and then whenever they comment on it, then she can be like, who? Was it you? Was it a family member? And talk to them. So it keeps bumping the post up and making it show more often on Facebook. So, and then she can talk them into doing parties too. And then we also talked about doing graduation parties right now. And like if you did a cooking party, you could do a party and call it Grub and Gifts for Grads.
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
So did y'all hear that? Grub and Gifts for Grads. Say that fast.
Yes, it's tough.
Okay.
So that's what we talked about. That's all we got.
Hey, that was great. Good job, Christy. All right, good job. Group 1. Group 2. Who was your scribe? Group 2, hello.
I don't know that we came up with anybody to do that, so I'll just jump in there. Christine and Kathy and Jackie were in our group, and we talked about ways to get some bookings, and one of the suggestions was talking about the difference in the company's focus with the Help with Cancer, because so many of our customers have been with us for such a long time, and they may not realize that the company has kind of shifted that direction to the Hope Lodge. So it's kind of a new way and a new thing to be able to reach out to those people that you know are interested in that. And like, you know, we've discussed so many times, even tonight on the phone, that so many people's lives have been touched by this, you know, disease. So it's, you know, it's just an opportunity to really reach out and, you know, share. One of the things that I shared was last Friday night, I did a party, and I was very intentional about mentioning the different types of parties that we offer: bridal showers, fundraisers, catalog, virtual, lives, and all that. Had I not mentioned that we do bridal showers, I probably would not have gotten an opportunity for a booking for a bridal shower. So we just need to remember to mention all the different ways. So that was kind of what we talked about.
So, you know, for those of you that may be new, one of the things that will help you be intentional is to align your thought process to a product. So when you pick up the batter bowl, for example, that's your cue to say, this is a staple that every new bride needs in her kitchen. And let me tell you about, and go from there. So great, good idea, Gail. All right, who was group 3?
I think that was me.
Okay.
Lydia.
Lydia.
So I don't know where I'm looking here. My phone needed charging, so I had to race to the bedroom. Well, we talked about reaching out to May past hosts, those that have hosted in May in the past, like that month. And also, of course, as everyone said, focus on the Help with Cancer. The 60% incentive is really great for people who have things that they want. And if you're talking to them, you can let them know about that. Also, what people are saying, doing a fundraiser for cancer, since it is coinciding with the Help with Cancer. And what everyone else said, graduations, weddings, that, you know, what they need when they graduate, Father's Day, thinking ahead to Father's Day already. And then I'm doing this week, because I'm a nurse and a teacher, I'm doing a fajita and margarita guest host party. Got the idea from my upline director, Christine. And at the end, they'll have a drawing for who gets the host rewards. And so it's got Cinco de Mayo and nurses themes. It's all mixed in, but it's going pretty well. Maybe I'll get some bookings out of it too, but I'm getting a lot of sales, so it's working out.
Congratulations, Lydia. Thank you for sharing. It's great. All right, group 4.
That was me.
All right, Miss Tony, take it away.
We had a lot of good ideas. We definitely wanted to focus on the current and future host incentives, the specials that they get. You know, I always try to focus on the future as well. Let's see. One of our girls, Dee, she was talking about how her son is graduating, and it's kind of pulled her focus away. But we also talked about how that is another opportunity to book a party. You can either book a party for the college person that's going off to college and needs some things in their dorm room, or for the mom like myself. Whenever my son moved out, he took all my pampered stuff with him. So I had to host my own party to replenish my kitchen. So that's another angle. Also, in line with the fundraisers, we were thinking about Relay for Life is big in a lot of communities right now as well. So that's another way to think about some parties. Also reaching out to the folks that had wish lists made, and if they had the quick cooker or any of the higher priced items, that they could get the higher priced items on their wish list now with the 60% off. And yeah, those folks that can't afford the bigger items, it's time to hit them up.
Okay, perfect. Great. Thank you, Tony. Okay, and then our last group number 5.
Okay, I think that's me, Desiree. Hi.
Hi. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you? Well, our group focused a lot on the fundraisers, particularly, I mean, now we're hitting it pretty hard with cancer and how there's always someone touched by cancer some way or the other. So we focused on going within our communities, particularly, for example, I'm a teacher and we always have fundraisers. So getting into the community, and that's a cause that, you know, everyone wants to raise money for. I'm new to Pampered Chef as far as a consultant, so all these ideas are great that I'm hearing. This weekend was my lunch party, so I did it with just family and friends. But again, I used what everyone likes, you know, the types of, you know, food that they like. I made it a Cinco de Mayo, so kind of centering everything around a theme. I think gets people excited about something, choosing something of interest that they like. I think is a big. It gets people in because, you know, you're doing something they like. You're not just saying, hey, I'm gonna host a party and this is what I would like to do. You actually say this is what they would like in their party. And we talked a little bit about virtual parties and how it hasn't worked for some of us. I have not yet started the virtual party yet, but I will try. Again, a couple of us were all pretty much new to the program or coming back from being dormant. So I think we were just kind of sharing some ideas and what we've heard so far, some really good ideas that I think can help us all.
Good. Okay. All right. So from the ideas that were shared, what I really would suggest is go back and get your launch list and kind of, you know, so here's Sue, she'd like to help with cancer party. Here's Mary, you know, she may be interested in a bridal. So it's going to take action steps after the idea sharing. You're not going to just get these ideas and, you know, people are just going to, you're not going to be a magnet to people booking with you. It's going to take you going out there and reaching out to people. So great ideas. And I hope that you all enjoyed sharing with your peers. So we're going to go ahead and we are going to move on to introduce our Katie Mass, who will be doing our next live segment. She is going, this is Katie and her lovely family. I thought you'd like to see Katie. And she is going to be going live with us on one of her favorite recipes. So if you may not be aware, but up on the top of your screen where it says speaker view, you can actually take it off a gallery view and go into where it's the speaker, so your screen will be live with just one person. So Katie, where are you? There she is. Oh, Katie, you're on mute. Hold on, let me unmute you. You have to unmute yourself, Katie.
There we go. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Awesome. Well, I am so thrilled to be here with all of you. I know that many of us love the quick cooker, right? And some of you newbies, I'm super excited that you decided to give Pampered Chef a try. Number one, I know we talked to Monica just before the call, and she was super excited. She just ordered this, so I can't wait to.
Katie, I'm sorry, Katie. 1 second. You know what? You're gonna have to. Can you go and really quick? Go turn your computer.
Yeah.
Are you on your phone? Okay. Sorry.
Nope, that's okay.
You know, we all learn our technical difficulties, you know, together. So, because I know we all want to see this, so we definitely want to make sure that we get a clean recording.
There we go. Sorry, I thought of that, but I thought maybe if I would mute my phone, it would, and then I forgot I have to come back in.
That's okay.
Can you hear me?
You're perfect. It's perfect.
Good. All right, perfect. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a Tuscan chicken spaghetti in our quick cooker. And this is one of my family's absolute favorite recipes. We have had this many, many times. And it's a quick recipe. We all are very busy, as I know most of you are. And if you have a really good recipe that you can depend on, for those evenings when you just don't know what else to make, or if you quickly come home and you're like, oh my gosh, I have to make something. And this is something that you most likely have almost all those ingredients in your kitchen, and it's going to make it quick and easy, which that's what we're all about, right? So what we're going to do is I have my quick cooker on sear. This is a really important step in order to help your process of cooking go a little bit faster, because when you want to use the quick cooker, you're going to not only have to allow the time for it to preheat, just like an oven. It can take up to 5 to 10 minutes to preheat, just like your oven. But if you start it out on sear, it's going to go a lot faster. So I have it on sear, and I'm going to put things right. Oh my gosh, you guys. This is our onion oil, our garlic oil. I love it. I'm just going to put a little bit of that in there, and I already cut up my chicken ahead of time. It's about 2 or 3 chicken breasts, depending on how much chicken you guys want. Or if you're vegetarian, you don't have to add the chicken at all. And you probably can hear that sear. That's always a good feeling and a good sound when you're cooking. So we're just going to let that sear just for a moment to kind of get that little brown on the bottom, and just to seal some of those juices in there. I do have my wine measured out. This recipe is one of those dishes that I feel like I'm cooking like I'm at Olive Garden. I don't know if many of you love Olive Garden like we do, but this is truly one of those dishes that you feel like you're eating out when you're eating at home, and saving yourself some money, which is what we're all about again. So while we have that, we're going to open up our fire roasted tomatoes with, of course, our can opener. And so we have that open. And now we're going to do our spaghetti. Now, I just want to share a little tip with you guys. This is a packed up spaghetti. You can do it in a box, you can do it in a bag, whatever. But how many of you can relate if you try to break your spaghetti in the kitchen, you're kind of roller skating all over the kitchen after you break that, right? Maybe some of you don't have that problem like I do. I feel like when I break the spaghetti, I have spaghetti flying everywhere, and then it's like a hazardous rolling break in my kitchen. But one little tip is you let it in your sealed bag or the box before you open it, and just put it on the side of your counter and lean on it and crack it. And then you have all of it cracked in half, just like that. A quick and easy tip that makes your time in the kitchen a little bit more exciting and fun, so you don't have to worry about all those spaghetti pieces. And then I just take my shears and, of course, just cut the top off. So we got that ready. But first of all, I want to do some garlic in there. I know most of you probably have the garlic press, but how many of you actually have the garlic peeler and slicer? There is, oh, yay, good. I'm so excited. One tip I like to share is when you use the garlic press, that is actually pressing out more of those essential oils. And so it's going to make more of a potent flavor. So if a recipe calls for 4 or 5 garlic cloves like this recipe does, it could tend to be a little bit more on the garlic side. So in this case, we're actually going to use the garlic peeler and slicer. And when you slice your garlic, you're going to get more of those sweeter notes, which in this case, because it's so much garlic, you're going to want those sweeter notes. So I'm just going to put this in there, and I know you guys are kind of far away, but I just wanted to peel that, and then I am going to put that right in my slicer, and you can slice that right into your dish. Super thin and very easy to do. So many people, when they see this in operation, they're like, oh my gosh, I got to have that. You can even do ginger root. You can do many other little things with this. We do have other slicers that are great for carrots and things as well. Now we're going to put some onions in here. You can use a whole onion if you want, but we had a cookout last night and I had all these onions left over. So a tip that I do when I have a bunch of onions that I have left over, I will put it in a sealed jar with a lid. This way you do not have that onion scent through your whole fridge. Anyone know what I'm talking about? You want to try to isolate those that onion scent. So I put a bunch of them in this jar. So all I'm going to do now, because they're all sliced and shredded already, I'm just going to dump that all in there, which, how easy was that, right? So again, if you have any leftover items, remember to do that. And it's going to save your cooking time when you have that in the future. So now we have a little bit of sear on the bottom. We don't have to cook this totally through because we are going to cook it once we put that lid on. We're going to put in our 1 cup of wine. And I just like to give the bottom a little bit of a stir to release the bottom, all that goodness that's on the bottom that actually adds flavor back into your dish. And you want to release all of that, number one, so it doesn't stick and burn. And number two, you want all that goodness into your food. So we dump it in there. And we're going to add in our fire roasted tomatoes that we opened up. Just throw that can right in there. I kid you not, this recipe is super, super easy. If you've not made it yet, you're in for a real treat when you do give it a try. And then we're going to put in about 4 cups of chicken broth. And again, you can measure it, but this is pretty much 4 cups in this container. And so now we have our spaghetti already, and we're just going to throw that right in there. And you can kind of separate it and put the other side in the other direction. That way they don't stick together. And I'm going to just grind in a little bit of salt and pepper. Our salt and pepper mill is fabulous. Again, you have the freshness of the peppercorns, and it gives everything a much rounded, mellow flavor. And I love the fact that I can add however much I want. And I don't tend to add a lot of salt because my husband does not like to have too many salty things because of his high blood pressure. So now we're ready to go. All we have to do is put the lid on it and press 7 minutes, you guys. One tip, if you ever do spaghetti in the quick cooker and you really do not know how long a pasta should go, if you look on the back, it should tell you how long the cooked pasta on the bag, and then you just cut that in half if you're doing it in the quick cooker. So that's something quick and easy. You just look on the back. If it says 13 minutes, you know to put that in half, about 7 minutes. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to clear our sear, and we're going to push custom and time, and then we're going to just press it down to 7 minutes and push start. So that is going to cook while we go on to our next segment, and we will come back and finish that up.
Thanks, Katie. Well, that was worth its weight in gold, was it not? Okay, I'm Italian heritage. I never thought about the pasta bag, breaking that in half. I love the fact of putting the pasta in both ways because anyone that's made that recipe, you know, it tends to, just form together. And then the other about more flavor with the garlic press than the slicer. Anyone else hear something else because I know everyone hears different things. Anybody else hear a tip that they hadn't tried before or heard of before? So one of the things that Katie did with that was she added value. It wasn't just about her selling product. It was also about, hearing, here are some tips. Oh, the onion in the jar. Oh my gosh. I mean, and we all have that, you open the refrigerator, it doesn't matter what you put in and seal it in 2 bags, you still get that onion smell. So that was great. Thanks, Katie. I'm really excited about that. We can't wait to see the finished results. Okay, so while we're waiting on that, we're going to go back and we're going to move on. And our next slide is Linda. We're going back to you.
Okay, great. All right. This is our fall free-for-all. There's many different levels in this free-for-all, and we're definitely getting ready for the biggest selling season of the entire year, which is the fall season. Level 1 is when you submit $750, you're going to get over $55 value in products. But the second level really is the sweet spot. When you sell $1,500 in sales, you're going to get over $400 in value of products. But typically, lately, it's been the cover products. So I remember last year it was or last season it was the walk. And that definitely, I know I was super excited to get that walk, and I am completely enjoying that, making General Tso's chicken among many other things. So, you know, when that cover product is announced at conference, you are going to be so glad that you hit level 2 to get that product for free. And then the last level is when you sell $3,000, you're going to get over $550 worth of products. Sorry, I have to keep leaning forward. I have a little bit of an eye infection. So definitely you want to, you know, there's 2 months that we can earn fall products. This is the first one, and you are going to want to hit both months.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Thank you, Linda. Okay, so Katie, we've got you back on your computer. Boy, she's good. Look at that. She's switched from screen to screen. Good job, Katie.
Awesome. So I'm talking about the half price kit. Is that correct, Donna?
Correct.
Awesome. Well, for those of you that this might be your first call, you know how excited you were when you first started, but can you imagine sharing this with your potential recruits? I know I have a call coming up on Wednesday with a potential, and I am so excited because it's one of those things where this is a very valuable promotion. Obviously, I was using the Quick Cooker tonight, and it really, honestly sells itself. And once people see it in action, it is so vital to have. So to have this half price opportunity for us is huge. So not only do they get a few products, 5 products that they get? I didn't even really look at it real close, but they get all of those products for $109. And if they really do their job the way we coach them, in their first 30 days, they're going to get half that money back. So that is huge, and I'm super excited for each and every one of us to grow our teams and just share the opportunity with everyone, because it honestly can change anyone's life.
Excellent. For sure, Katie. Thank you so much. So does anyone notice anything different about that picture? Anyone notice? I want to see how you guys were, if you were good at word search. There's something different about that picture. Type in the chat box if you see what is different about that.
The label.
Exactly. Thank you, Tony. It's the new label. So they gave you a little sneak peek on the new seasoning label. So I'm not sure if that was, like I said, that was the Pampered Chef word search. So there you go. All right, so I'm going to turn this right over to Tony. Tony, your perfect segue right into talking about Disney.
Yes, I'm so excited you chose me to talk about Disney. Y'all, I haven't been to Disney since I was in high school. So I'm super excited about this. And then when I saw that we could get 6,000 points for recruits qualifying, that just made me super, super excited. So thank you. I wanted to share my thoughts on how to reach out to some recruits that maybe you hadn't thought of. Always think of your hosts as a new recruit, because you know what? They love Pampered Chef, and they obviously like talking about it and earning those products. So that's a really good resource, is all of your hosts. And another thing that I did too is I always go back and look at all of my surveys. I'm hoping that you do surveys both at live cooking shows and also your virtual parties. So always go back to your surveys to see if you can find some potential recruits there, because sometimes in your questions you can actually ask, you know, would you be interested in traveling with Pampered Chef and that type of thing. So that's another resource. One of the things that I always like to do is with this 109 kit that we have featuring the Quick Cooker is I always try to incorporate my conversations in my parties, either about the product itself or what value that we can give the host. And so when you talk like that at your parties, either virtual or cooking shows, and you see people light up and get excited about the quick cooker, those are the type of people you need to reach out to join your team as well. Okay. And another thing that I do too is I see somebody posting food posts on Facebook, or if they're complaining that they don't know what to cook, or if they're just so overwhelmed with, I don't have time to make dinner anymore, I don't know how you do it. Well, those are the type of people that I really try to talk to too, because they need us. All right, so let's talk about recruiting and how to get them to qualify, because that's where the magic happens for us in Disney, right? So with this promotion, they're giving us 6,000 points whenever our new recruits qualify. And you guys, qualify means the $1,250 in their first 30 days. So that's where the magic happens. Yes, magic in Disney. So the magic happens whenever they qualify, and here's how to get them to do it, okay? The first thing that you need to do is make sure that you know when their 30 days is. So make sure that you have it on your calendar and their calendar when the 30 days is up. And that would be, if you don't know how to get that information, reach it out to your director, or they get it actually in their email whenever Pampered Chef welcomes them to the company. So that's one thing that you need to make sure that you know. I'm looking at notes. I apologize about that. So we also want to make sure that we get them going as soon as possible. Don't let them wait on their kit. If they wait on their kit, they may kind of get cold feet, so to speak, and they may get scared. Don't let them do that. Get them started right away. If they can get 4 to 6 bookings before their kid comes in, then you've got a rock star. And really coach them on getting those 4 bookings. But guess what? One of them is their launch party. So that one's taken care of. So if you can get them to get 3 to 4 or 5 more, that would be phenomenal. And one thing that I like to do with my new recruits to help them get started is I will do their very first virtual party for them. And I'll be coaching them on the side. And I know that sounds a little scary to some folks, especially if you're not doing virtual parties yet. But if you're doing 1, you can do 10. It's really, really easy once you get the hang of it. And reach out to any of us if you need some help with that, because virtual parties really, really work. I'm trying to make sure I'm not missing anything, Donna.
Well,
we have a lot of verbiage too that will help them get bookings, because bookings is where the money comes in. So that's super helpful to give them some verbiage. But yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. I hope I helped.
Nope, that was great. Okay, so Tony, just wrap it up with what it means for them besides 6,000 points.
Yeah, so my very favorite thing is my personal reward. And I just love whenever I see the folks on my team being able to put their kids through baseball, or maybe in previous seasons they couldn't afford it. Any little thing like that, I love that. That's my personal reward. That's my favorite thing about it. I love mentoring. I love making sure that Pampered Chef we're making sure that they can access all of the benefits that they get. Another thing is the money, the unlimited earning opportunity. That's huge. I never would have thought that I could make what I do with Pampered Chef. So that's a very big bonus. Whenever you recruit, you also get overrides on what they sell. So that's super awesome. And then the 30 Pampered Chef dollars, that helps me get, or the recruit, that helps you get all of the things that you want that you maybe don't have yet. So if you're starting out and you just have, like, say, maybe the ultimate kit, there's some items that you would love to have, and those 30 Pampered Chef dollars helps a lot. And then the 3,000, now 6,000 incentive points is huge, because that helps you make it to Disney and not have to do it all by yourself.
Exactly. Thanks, Tony. And that's absolutely right. If you just started or you're behind on your points, Paper Chef is giving you a gift that if you do not jump on this and have people in our opportunity event, which our next opportunity event is this Wednesday night, and that group is PC Your Way, so make sure that you have people in that group. So again, go back to that launch list and think about the people that you're going to be sharing the business with. Okay, Katie, we're going back over to you. Oh, wait, Katie.
Can you hear me?
There you go. You're back.
Okay, perfect. I just came back from Hawaii just a few weeks ago. Super fun. Again, just like Tony was saying, if you've never earned a trip, Disney is one of those that you don't want to miss. I know that you all know that. We have a great opportunity. Pampered Chef not only spoils us every once in a while, but I tell you, they spoil us a lot. And these trips are always a reminder of how much they do appreciate us and how much that they spoil us. So just for building your team, Tony was talking about, you recruiting. When they qualify in their first 30 days, you're going to get 3,000 points towards that trip. And this month, it's actually going to be 6,000 points, which, oh my gosh, that is amazing. So you definitely want to see if we can get them qualified, and your director will be more than willing to help you train whatever you need. So don't hesitate to reach out to someone for as much training as you need, because somebody that's new, you might not know everything, which is okay, but you always have a wealth of knowledge just sitting right here amongst directors, so don't be afraid to ask. The selling points add up for every dollar you sell, and when you develop leaders or when you become a director yourself, you get bonus points for that too, which is amazing, right? So as directors, we get free products whenever a new season starts. So that I always feel is like my little gold mine. But when you develop directors, you get an extra 6,000 points, which is so exciting. And that also promotes you. So go for the gold, go for the big, and see what you could do this year. And then when you sell consistently, every quarter, you get an extra bonus just for selling over $2,000 every month. In that quarter, you get an extra $1,000 points towards your trip. So there's many ways that you can earn a trip, and I guarantee once you earn one trip, you're not going to want to ever miss one. Many times, I always said when I was first starting my business, I didn't know how people were earning these trips. I didn't think I was ever going to earn one. And finally, once I discovered how recruiting really does impact your life, that is when I started earning my trip, and I am ever grateful. And I don't ever want to miss one because it is super exciting. And so I look forward to seeing so many of you at Disney this next year. We have a great opportunity this month to make your money stretch further and to make your rewards even more exciting by having that Disney in your radar and your tracker filled up. So I can't wait, and we will party in Disney.
Sounds great. All right, Katie, so how's our recipe coming? Should I skip ahead or come back to you?
Yeah, I think it has 1 minute to go yet.
Okay, so I'll go ahead forward, and we will have Linda do our call to action, and then we'll come back at the end and see the finished results, and we're all going to have to go have a snack after. So go ahead, Linda.
Okay, so there should be two things that are posted on all of your director team page, or your team page, I should say. The first one is the bingo. That's the one that's in pink. So I strongly encourage you to go ahead and try to get bingo with that. And the second one is going for no. And that is the one that's on the right. It's called the Go for No Challenge. Remember, this is basically pretty much a numbers game. So you should, in a sense, be excited when you get a no, because I believe it's like 1 in 10, and you should get that yes after that. So that is just the typical average for that. So I think that was it on that.
Okay, and then are they setting their personal goals, Linda?
Okay, so on this page, I want you to jot this down. I have the skills and support I need to achieve my goals, which is completely true. I will personally book blank parties in May. So how many virtual parties do you want to book, and how many live parties, and or how many catalog shows do you want to book in May? It is only, I believe, May 6th today, so there's plenty of time to still get these parties going. And even though we've got Memorial towards the end of the month, don't let that deter you, because you can be doing virtual parties over the course of that week. All right, the next one, I will personally submit more than blank in personal sales in the month of May. So how much would you like to sell this month? And lastly, I will personally make how many people's lives better in May when I share the opportunity. So how many people would you like to recruit this month? And like Katie said, I believe it was, yeah, Katie, and get those 6,000 points towards Disney.
Okay. All right, and so before we go back to Katie, we'll just announce our next meeting. So we have our next meeting is June 3rd, and Jenny Davis and Stacy Janoski will be our facilitators. So make sure you put this on your calendar for 8:30. I hope that you all enjoyed our segment. We're going to finish up with having Katie show the results of her recipe. Katie, take it away.
All right, well, it's almost, I thought it was 4 minutes. I couldn't see from back there. It was 4 minutes instead of 1 minute, sorry. But we're gonna start with the things that we're gonna add to it once it is done. We're gonna add some bacon. I mean, my gosh, who doesn't love bacon, right? So what I like to do is I like to have my bacon done in the oven. I will lay it on a bar pan, bake about 2 bar pans full, because at my house, bacon doesn't last long. And I will do all of my bacon at one time in the oven, and then let it on a paper towel, and it's going to drain that extra grease off, and then I can cut that up. So I have some already that I cut up already, but I don't know about you, but tearing bacon just doesn't work. I like to use the shears to cut my bacon. It makes cutting very easy. You honestly, it just goes, I always say goes through like butter, right? But it just makes bacon bits super fast, and your kids can do this. Kids always love to help, and so allow them to do a few things like this and make your time in the kitchen go a little bit easier. So just cut up some bacon, and if you have the bacon already done ahead of time and in the freezer, that will also help your time later. If you have bacon done before your next recipe, remember, we're all about saving time, energy, and money. So when you come home and you're stressed and you don't know what to make, you know you've got some bacon or some chicken already in the freezer, cut up or cubed up, you throw it right in there, because you can actually throw frozen chicken right in there. So this chicken that we put in here earlier, it would have still cooked, even though it would have been frozen. Amazing, right? So the timer went off, and so I'm just going to manual release. I know it probably says to let it sit for a little bit longer, but we're going to let it release so that way we can start that. But the other thing is a basil. It takes fresh basil. Now, I don't know about you. I live up north. My supermarket or my farmer's markets don't have fresh basil yet right now. I have looked high and low for fresh basil. I try to freeze my basil towards the end of the fall season when I know we're going to the winter season, but it's about this time frame that I'm running out. So one tip that I always share is when you have fresh basil at the end of the season, some of you might have a green thumb that you can grow your own basil. I don't have a green thumb. So I have to go to the farmer's market, grab a bunch of basil, and then I will chop it, put it in my Ziploc bag, and freeze it. So I have a bag for basil, parsley, cilantro, and green onion tops right in my freezer, lined up with the date on it and what is in there. So when a recipe calls for any of those fresh herbs, we all know that having fresh, again, makes your dish so much more spectacular. and you want to wow your family, you want to wow your guests. So having some of those fresh herbs in the freezer, it's going to make your time go much faster as well. And when they are frozen and chopped, all you do is bang it a little bit, and it makes them it makes like crystallized balls all separate. And then you can measure it out, just like you would have just chopped it right then and there. However, you can go to the store. I found out, I had no clue this was there, but they had dried basil too. So in a pinch, I have this on my back reserve if I cannot find it. And I thought I still had a little bit chopped up in my freezer tonight. Apparently not. I could not find it. So we're going to use dried basil. I don't like it near as well, but it will do in a pinch. So we got our steam that was released. So now I'm going to remove the lid, and you're going to see that the spaghetti is going to be cooked. And I should bring you guys over a little bit closer, but it is pretty much all loose. I don't know if you can see that. It is all done perfectly. There's might be a few pieces that be sticking together, but we're going to just put this back on sear, and we're going to want to thicken this up now. So we're going to add in some heavy cream, and I'm just going to try to get some of those goodies from the bottom. So we're going to add in our heavy cream and just let that boil a little bit, and then we're going to also do fresh Parmesan cheese. Now, how many of you buy that green can of Parmesan cheese, right? We don't know exactly what's in that, so I choose not to use that. If you go to Aldi's, if you have an Aldi's or your Safeway or whatever grocery store you have, a block of Parmesan cheese is roughly $2 to $3. You can, again, bring that home, and a tip that I share is put that shredded all with the Parmesan cheese grater, and the guard fits on it beautifully, and you just put your block right inside and just slice away. Again, if you do the whole block at once, put it in a Rubbermaid container, Tupperware container, freeze that. The next time you need Parmesan cheese, it will flake really nicely with a fork, and it's going to taste just like you would have chopped, just shredded it right there. But you actually did it maybe a month ago, 2 weeks ago, whatever. But you're going to get that flavor of that fresh Parmesan cheese is what we're all about, right? So we're going to just throw this in there because that's going to start to thicken up. And I already did a bunch of it beforehand too. I'm going to throw that in there as well. You can never have enough cheese, right? So now I'm going to also add in some spinach. And while this is thickening up and cooking together, the spinach is also going to wilt down. And if you've never cooked spinach, and if you don't realize how big spinach is when you put it in here, it's like running over in the pot. But no worries, it shrinks down. You just keep tossing it in to the bottom. Bring your spaghetti up from the bottom and just toss it in there, and it's going to wilt down and be next to nothing. And so we're going to put that in there. We're also going to throw in our bacon bits as well. And as well as a little bit of basil. I don't like to put the basil in too far ahead of time, because if you cook basil, it can tend to make your dishes a little bit on the bitter side. So we don't want to add it too far in advance, but we're just going to sprinkle in just a little bit of the dried basil ahead of time, right now. That way that can kind of flavor everything while it is wilting our spinach. And so we're almost done with this, and then we're going to throw that in our serving bowl. If you have seen some of our stoneware, you know how versatile our stoneware is. It is super attractive as well to serve things in. I got my big serving bowl. I love this because you can serve a lot of people. Our 12-inch family skillet lid fits over top of this to keep your dish hot. If you don't want to serve it right away, because it is going to, the stoneware is going to keep everything hot, and you're going to be able to keep that steam in there and make it a little bit more enticing for your family, because no one likes dried out food. No one likes to have cold food either. So we have this pretty much done. It is thick and lovely. And I'm going to dump it towards you so you guys can ooh and ah, right? Because it truly smells amazing. And if you do have our little micro grips, these are great. Not only do kids love them, but I love them, because steam is just as hot as anything else. And so when you pour this in, you're going to be able to see that the steam comes up from the side and you could tend to burn yourself. So let me make sure I got all that out the bottom. But how amazing is that? 8 minutes, as you guys watched. Well, you didn't watch totally the whole 8 minutes, but it is so delicious. Now, normally I would grate a little bit more cheese on the top of there and serve that, but how fabulous is that? Smells amazing, looks a lot like a Olive Garden dish, and you saved your family a lot of money just by making that in your home. So I hope you guys make this. I can post the recipe for you guys if no one has it, and happy cooking.
Oh, that was awesome. Thank you so much, Katie. Again, the lid on the dish. I'm like, who knew that? That was wonderful. Well, thank you so much. I know that we went a little over this evening. I know that it was well worth your extra time. I love the recipe. Linda, thank you so much. You guys did a great job of facilitating the event this evening. So happy cooking. Remember, start booking those shows, play your bingo and your contact sheet. Making those go for no's really will get you to yes. So have a great evening and a good start to the week. Get Linda?
Are you giving them the challenge? Booking.
Yeah, we don't have the number yet. Okay. So we'll go ahead and we will put that out. So look for a special announcement. Here's what we'll get you. Look for a special announcement tomorrow on your team page for booking. So everybody watch for that. All right, everyone, have a great evening. And again, thank you, Linda. Thank you, Katie. And thank you, Tony. Appreciate you sharing.
You're welcome.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.